Hello, hello. Good morning. She's yelling. She is. How is everyone doing? I'm so excited. I'm going to try really hard to set my phone here. I hope that I can drink my coffee and do all of the things. All right. Can I tag a person? Good morning, Aubrey. All right, you guys, here's the deal. This is the beginning. Oh, there's a butterfly. This is the beginning of our 90-day push. Okay, now I know that we're already 1 week into September, but I think that there needed to be some settling, some adjusting. We have amazing new things that are coming in the next 90 days. Okay, good morning, Jamie. I'm so proud of all of you guys. So for those of you guys who are brand new, my name is Jade Hooper. I've been a part of, good morning, Gayla. I've been a part of this business now for over 9 years, and I've been able to do really, really amazing, crazy, amazing things because of this business. Can you guys hear me okay? Is it muffled? I'm wondering if it's muffled because let me put this up. Is this better? Hopefully. You know what? I don't think I can see comments anyway. So go ahead and share this, tag your teams. So I've been able to do crazy, amazing things because of this business. And it's not because of the business. It's because of the stuff that I've been able to do. Okay. I want you guys to imagine that you are in this business to build a house. Just think of it this way. Okay. You come into this business and your goal is to build a house, and AKA that's your income. All right. And so what I love so much about what we have here, about our corporate team, about our products, about our compensation plan, about the things that we do, the way that we do it, is that it's like you being gifted the best house plans, the best tools, the best of everything. And you get to come into this and you get to make it whatever it is that you want it to be. It's up to you. Now, in the next 90 days, we have at our fingertips some of the most life-changing bonuses I've been able to personally earn. I believe it's $500,000 worth of bonuses in my career being with this company. That sounds so crazy because I sure as hell did not start this business for that much money. But it's worth it, and it's amazing, and it is so life-changing. So what I'm going to do for you right now is I'm going to lay out the floor work. I'm going to tell you exactly what it is that I'm doing, okay? Now, for some of you guys, this might be kind of tricky. This might be a really interesting time because I remember when I first started my very first 90-day push, I have never at that point in my life been consistent with anything. I had never been committed to anything, except for being in a relationship with my husband. And this is what I mean by that. If I started a workout plan, I would always end up quitting. Or if I was oh, I'm going to do this, and I would start quitting. Oh, I'm going to learn how to knit. I'm going to start quitting. So part of this journey, if this is the first time, or maybe you did once upon a time, and this is a new start of pushing for the next 90 days, that it's going to be, I really think the first couple weeks is this learning curve of rewiring your brain and retraining yourself to commit and to believe in yourself. And the worst part about that is at the back of your brain, you're going to be I don't think I can do this. I'm so scared. I don't know how this is going to come together. How am I supposed to get from here to there? There's no way this is going to happen. And what you have to do at the exact same time is counteract that by just telling yourself, I know I can do this. 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 That is how you counteract that. Okay. There's no other secret to that. And I wish there was. Okay. So this is what I want you guys to do. I actually made notes on my whiteboard. This is very informal. I just got home from dropping my kids off and I had 3 hours of sleep last night. And I was do I sit and overthink until I shower, until I have everything the way that I want it to be? And I just think the best way to do this is honestly just freaking doing it and rocking and rolling. Okay. So number one, you have to know your goal. Everybody's goal. I don't care where you are in this business. I don't care if you feel on a scale of 1 to 10, you're at a level 10, or if you're I'm at a level 2, dude. I barely know how to make content. I barely know how to do anything. I just don't feel good enough. I don't care how you feel. But what I do know is that every single one of you guys is so beyond capable that if you were not supposed to reach these amazing triumphs in your life, going diamond, you guys, the average income of that is around $2,000 at least. That's every single month. That is so unbelievably life-changing for your family. When I started my business, I was a hairstylist. I was a first-time mom. Will was working 3 jobs, and I told myself, Number one, if I can make $150 every single month, I can stay home because I took how much I made at the salon. I subtracted how much it cost me to work with gas and groceries and childcare, and I had left over $150. And so I said, okay, so if I literally just make $150 with this business, it's going to be no different than me working. So that was number one. Then I promoted to Ruby. It took me 4 months. And I promoted to Ruby and I got my paycheck that month with my bonuses included. And I believe I made, I don't know, it was like $1,000 or something. And I just was like, holy crap. Like, sometimes I think that part of promoting up the ranks is to also show you in steps like how to help you grow your belief in yourself. Because I think that if I would have came in and made a huge paycheck, like just right now, my brain wouldn't have been able to accept that this was really real or that it was actually possible, because I'm the kind of person that's always waiting for like something to come around the corner and like take away the things that I had worked for. If anybody like reminds me of, like, understands what I'm talking about, that's how like my whole life was. And so it was so weird to work on something myself, be able to earn something myself, and it be something that I was able to do, and it be something that I was able to work on. And that because of me saying yes and me not giving up and me just willing to put myself out there, which felt very vulnerable, and talk to other people and think that, well, maybe they're like just like me. Maybe they're another Jade in the world and maybe they need money, or maybe they just, they want to feel good and they want to look good and they want to be able to have more energy and just do all the things that I want to. Maybe they'll want to do this with me. And I was willing to just get really, really loud about my story of what I've been through and where I was going, and maybe this would come together. And it freaking did. It freaking did. And I earned these bonuses. And I want to tell you guys, you can do anything in 90 days. You can do anything in 90 days. In 90 days, I went from an executive to a double diamond. And I earned $50,000 worth of bonuses. I mean, it was like absolutely insane. In 90 days, I have seen 2 girls on our team, at the very least, go from emerald to triple diamond. Triple diamond, you guys, is like, I don't even remember, $10,000 a month. Like, could you just imagine like being an emerald and then just in 3 months, just, it's insane. So the question I think is like, is it going to be worth it? The answer is like 100% yes. You're going to put, you have to, this is going to be like the most honest conversation that I can ever have for you. And listen, I want to tell you guys something. If you're just don't, on a scale of 1 to 10, you're like, dude, I want to chill at a 1. I just want to do things sometimes. That's fine. But if that's the case, you're not going to get as much results. And you're going to see a lot of other people promoting and doing other things. And it's probably going to make you feel weird and not good, because then you can start to feel behind. If you want to be at like a level 1, 2, or 3 on a scale of 1 to 10, just own it and be okay with it. And then don't feel weird or insecure if other people are like promoting and doing stuff because you're not, because it's a choice that you can. You can start today and yesterday be a level 1 and decide today that you're going to be all in and literally just be willing to put yourself out there and do all the things that you possibly can, because at the end of the day, you would be more crazy to not try than to try. And I think that that's a place that you have to get yourself into, okay? So number 1, I have it all written out on my whiteboard. I'm not going to show you my whiteboard because it's just a mess. And then Lennox drew like a little person here, so it's kind of chaos. But number 1, you've got to get your chart. Your goal, and you guys can comment below and share your goal. Your goal at the very least is to go diamond, okay? Your diamond chart, all right? Number 1 is to go diamond. Number 2, you need something to chart and track your growth. You have to be able to measure your growth. You got to be able to measure how far away, where are you at, what's going on, what you're doing, okay? And so what I like to do is I like to print out this diamond chart with an understanding that I'm probably going to go executive first. I'm probably going to go ruby first. I'm probably going to go emerald next, and then I'll go diamond. I went from ruby to diamond. I was emerald for a Thursday, and then I just promoted, okay? So you might like kind of skip a little bit too, but when you keep your eye on the prize, that's exactly what you're going to get. You print this out, or if you have to hand draw it, hand draw it. I still have my hand-drawn charts from 2013 because I did not have a printer. And when I got a printer, I couldn't afford the ink. So I just freaking hand drew it. So let me tell you that your girl can hand draw a chart and straight lines like nobody's business, okay? So you're going to number your boxes, all right? You're going to number how many people are on this chart, okay? And you're going to do it in pencil because things change and what happens and who's taking off and what's going on, it changes, okay? And so you are going to use this chart. What you're going to do is in the boxes, you're going to put your team members, and above the boxes, you're going to keep track of their volume, where they are at, okay? So next, we are going to plan and prepare. I want you to go get your planner. And if you don't have a planner, you really need to get one. And it does, I mean, I don't care if it's from the dollar store, okay? Invest $1 into your business. You have to plan and you have to prepare. You have to be willing to become more efficient in your life to make these things happen. When I started my business and I had one child, my life was so unbelievably different than when I had now that I have three. If you've gone from no kids to now you have kids, or maybe you were not married and now you are married, or maybe now you're fresh into your business, you are literally going from having normal, crazy life into now having a business that you are wanting to, in 90 days, collapse time, meaning you're going to have massive growth in a very short amount of time. You have to become efficient in your life, and you have to be very, very serious and strategic with what you're doing. It is what it is. It's worth doing it. It is worth doing it. Ask yourself, could I use an extra $2,000 a month every single month in my life? Could I use an extra $6,000, $10,000, $16,000, $30,000? Like, could I use this extra money every single month in my life? What am I doing with it? Where is it going? What credit cards do I need to pay off? What car payment do I need to pay? Like, do I need braces? Do my kids need braces? Do I need a freaking savings? Like, what is it in my life that I like seriously need that maybe for a long time I've just been accepting that those things were not going to happen for me, but instead of accepting that those things were not for me, I'm now going to declare that this stuff is for me and that this is how my life is going to be, and that I'm going to do whatever it takes to accomplish these things, even if it's not in 90 days. I'm going to stay focused. I'm going to accomplish those things, okay? So you're going to get your planner and you're going to look at, what do the next 90 days look like? When does school start? Am I married or am I divorced? Do I have to share my children with my ex-spouse? Do they go, where do they go when and here? When does this basketball thing start? When does this start? When does that start? When is this? When is that? When is this holiday? Be aware of your surroundings, okay? So now you kind of know, this is what my life is looking like, all right? So now you can plan and prepare and know, this day I am having foot surgery and I'm going to be out. So it would be really, really smart for me on this day to prepare my post and figure out what the heck I'm doing for this day. So no matter what happens, no matter who gets sick, no matter what happens in my normal everyday life, I'm going to be able to hold my business at the exact same time because it's going to be worth it. Okay? So plan and prepare. I want you guys to put into your planner, when do we have team calls? When are there trainings? When are you going to take time every single day to invest in yourself and grow your mind? For me, it's when I'm driving, because I don't have a lot of time. And so I just try to get clever about my time and what it is that I'm doing, okay? The next thing is going to be, so you know, in order to fill this chart, you need business partners and you need customers. That's the only thing that you need. You don't get paid to make content, you guys. We don't get paid to make content. I don't care if you get Facebook bonuses for making reels or Instagram bonuses for making reels, or maybe you're in the TikTok bonus thing. You don't get paid with this business to make content. You get paid to enroll. So don't get too wrapped up in your content, but it's very, very important that you post about where you've been and where you're going. Because every single day when you're out there and you're talking to people, whether they're coming to you or you're coming to them, they can go to your pages and see, who is Taylor, who is Ashley, who is Rebecca, who is Elisa, Who are these people? Because a lot of you guys, when you say to me, I'm not enrolling and I'm talking to 100 people every single day, and I go look at your page and you're sharing bread recipes and inspiring quotes and they don't even know what you look like. So why would they want to do anything with you? People want to do business with, people want to do life with, people want to partner with, people want to be friends with people that they know, like, and trust. And that's going to come from your content. And I'm going to reshare all of the trainings that I possibly have for you guys and the tools so that way you can see it. It's there and it's simple. You just have to be consistent with it. And on Monday, I talked about using your time wisely and using time management so that way you can win at the highest level that you possibly can. Just because you decided that you're going to do a 90-day push, just because you decided that you're going to be consistent and that you're going to be intentional doesn't mean that everything else in your life is going to just be perfect. I don't have control over when my kids get sick. I don't have control over like when things happen, when shenanigans are going on. All I can do is like be as committed as possible and prepared as possible so that way I can show up. Okay? So we know our goal. We know how many people we have. You're going to take in pencil, you're going to write, I need 17 distributors. I want you to number the boxes from 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, etc. Count it down. Write the number at the top of your paper. I want you to take another piece of paper, blank paper, in pencil, write down 17 on a piece of paper, and I want you to stick it to your damn wall, okay? You're going to stick it to your wall and you're going to look at that number and you're probably going to feel like you want to shit your pants, but you're not going to do it. And you're going to tell yourself, I am enrolling 17 people. They are coming to me. I am coming to them. I am incredible. I'm a master recruiter. I'm a diamond. I've got this. This is mine. This is amazing. Every day I put myself out there. It's worth it. I'm a diamond. I'm a diamond. You might even have to cry while you're saying it because sometimes you really just doubt yourself and it's really, really scary to feel like you're putting yourself out there and doing something that you feel like, that's not me. I'm not like people who go diamond. They're like leaders. They're amazing human beings. They're so cool. Like I'm not like them. Look at how great their pictures are. Look at the things that they do. Look at their team. I don't have that. I get imposter syndrome, but every single one of us starts from square one. Everybody, every single person who's ever taken a good picture, every single person who's ever started to really enroll a lot of team members and do really, really well, every single person started at square one and at like not really good. And they got good by continuously putting themselves out there, following the things that are working, not reinventing the wheel, because the more that you reinvent the wheel, the more time you waste, and you don't have a lot of time when you're trying to do something in 90 days. So you're only going to do what works. And the next step after this, so I talked about your goal, I talked about charting and tracking because this is how you're going to keep track of what it is that you need. You're going to plan and prepare with your calendar so you're aware of what the hell is going on in your life. Go get a freaking cleaning checklist. Go start to meal prep every single Sunday. Become efficient in your life so that way you can win as best as you possibly can. And the next step is intentionally working your business. Every single thing that you do when it comes to when you open your phone and you're on social media and you're like, this is like legit the designated time of my life that I'm going to be working my business. Your content, your posts, your stories, your reels, your TikToks are either to enroll customers, get business partners, or find like-minded humans. So for me, that means that I'm either making content that is about getting customers. So I'm talking about weight loss, gut health, energy, detox, like things that have to do with our products. Or I'm talking about this business. I'm talking about ambassadors wanted, partners come make money with me, like whatever. Or I am finding other moms. I'm finding other people that are married. I'm finding other moms. I'm whatever. And I'm doing that through like funny wife jokes, funny mom hacks, like funny mom things. Like, here's my life. Here's the crazy shenanigans. I'm finding my people. How does Courtney Van Auken find her people? She posts about the products in some way, shape, or form. She posts about the business in some way, shape, or form. And she talks about living in an RV, traveling the world, being married, her husband being whatever he's called. I can't remember at this point. He's a fitness trainer, a personal trainer. She's finding the people who are doing or want to do the exact same thing. So if you're in college, you're going to post about the products, post about the business, and post about being in college. I don't care if it's funny college content, what you're doing in the day of the life of college student, this and that of being, if you're a mom, you're going to talk about mom things, funny mom things, sad mom things, hard mom things, spouse things, single mom things. You're going to talk about those things to find your like-minded people that are just like you. You're going to get customers by intentionally doing customer things, making customer content for products, doing host to post, doing lives, being in your stories. You just have to be intentional. And I will give you the checklist for these things. I'll give you the checklist. But here's the thing. There's a girl that is on her team that has been on our team for a long time. And every single month she comes to me and she says, Jade, this is my month. This is my month. Hold me accountable. And I said, what do you want me to do to hold you accountable? Because I give you the accountability sheets and I give you those things, but I'm not going to call you at 4 o'clock in the morning and wake you up. There is a part of being in business. Like when you own this stuff yourself, you do it because it's for you and you do it by you. It's because of you and the choices and the commitment that you want to make. I'm telling you, like, that's what I was saying. The first 2 weeks are kind of weird because you're like, damn, I'm owning this. Like, this is mine. This is a decision that I'm making, right? So the next part of this, you guys, is, and I want to mention this because I was having a conversation with one of my leaders yesterday. We were on the phone and she said a couple things that I want to mention. I actually wrote them on my board. Two things. She said, number one, like, what's really, really important for everybody to understand, and this is just so unbelievably true, the actions that got me to executive are the exact same thing that got me to diamond. Truly. What you do to go ruby is going to be no different than what you do to go diamond. And that was like the hardest thing for me to wrap my head around, is that for me to promote to diamond, for me to earn these bonuses, for me to accomplish these things that I want to accomplish and ultimately be able to be a stay-at-home mom, there was nothing else that I had to do. And I think sometimes we confuse what it is that we have to do in this business to accomplish the things that we want to accomplish and ultimately like be successful, which I feel like is kind of a loaded word because successful is different for everybody. What is this? Whatever you do today, whatever you decide to do today, whatever you commit to doing today, and whatever you stay consistent with today is ultimately going to be the way that you're going to build your business all the way through. And so let's say this month you're like, I'm in, you're like, you go live twice a week. You're inviting someone else to go live and share their story. You're sharing your success. You're getting names in your planner. You're showing up. You're doing all of the things. And you go executive this month. And you're like, holy shit, my mind is blown, because you really just need 2 business partners and just coach them through and plug them into the training. And then October comes and you're like, okay, now I want to go like ruby, like emerald. What else do I need to do? And no, dude, it's the same thing. It's the lives. It's the content. It's the messaging. It's the following up. All the things that you did to go executive is going to be the exact same thing that takes you emerald. It will be the same exact thing that will carry you diamond. So there will not be anything else. At the end of the day, all that we do is we post, message, follow up, and grow our freaking network, and then do it again. And if you want to do things faster, if you want to have faster success and faster growth in your business, you just do that more. That's it. Don't overcomplicate it. There is not something else. And sometimes we're always chasing like, what else, instead of just doing what works, okay? The other thing is you got to do your part. And I'm going to go over some of the tools that you have, because this is kind of the hard thing, I think, sometimes, is we're not raised in life to like have something and take creative liberty because we're always so scared of messing something up. And I want you to know that there's nothing that you can do in this business and no decision that you can make in this business that is going to mess things up, that is going to say that you can't be successful. That means that you're not going to go diamond in the next 90 days. There's no mistakes that you can make. Every single thing is a learning moment. Even if it wasn't the best choice, it's a learning moment. And what you can decide to do is take that learning moment, no matter if it sucks or not, no matter whose fault it is, yours or someone else. You can decide to take that moment and say, what can I learn from this, and continue to move forward. Or you can use that as an opportunity to quit. And I think a lot of people use things as an opportunity to quit because it's a lot harder to say, I think I could have probably done this different, and to continue forward. Don't feel that defeat. You have absolutely no idea how things are going to come together. There's not been one time in my business that I have promoted where I can look back and say, damn, I totally knew it was going to come together like that. That was never a thing. That never happened. That was never an option. It always was. It just came together because I believed, because I kept going, because I just tracked and charted and I just put myself out there and I just went. And there's no way around that. Okay, so here are your tools, and I want you guys to know this. Number one, you have our team page. There's tons of training. There's tons of support. Ask questions. You have our Telegram chat. Ask questions. When I started my business, there was nobody to ask questions to. Number one, we had a team page. It had 27 people. And number two, no one knew what they were doing. And then I broke off from my upline because she was like a huge douchebag. And so I really just had to like go it at my own. And honestly, the person who enrolled me quit anyways. And then there was like up people. And we didn't see eye to eye. I didn't give up because we didn't see eye to eye. I kept going, but I did it on my own. And that was very scary. I cried really, really hard when I realized like, holy shit, I'm not going to have help on this. And really it was because I felt sorry for myself and not because I wasn't capable. It was because I was afraid that what if, because I don't have someone else's help, I am not enough to do this. And that's not true. And you guys, we're no different. We all have the same tools. We all have the same things. Okay. So you have your team page. You have our Go Diamond, our power chat. You have our VIP lounge. Okay. Which we're updating some of the videos as we speak that you guys can use for your potentials, that you guys can use this to seal the deal. Okay. You have our results challenge chat right now. That's just for you guys. Eventually here, it's going to turn into a chat for our customers to help our customers get the best results possible. Okay. You guys know how to schedule your content, and I will share the training on how to do that again, because like for me, that's a huge tool that I have to utilize, if not all the time, at least half of the time, scheduling my stuff, because I can't go do, this when I also have to leave my house to go get my kids. And instead of and this is part of what I was talking about with planning and preparing. If you look at your life and I have work, I have to drop my kids off at school. I'm going to school to be a nurse, and I have all of these things. How is it possible for me to post and do the stuff that I need to do? Use the tools. They are there. We have never had them ever before. We've never had them, and now we have them. Use them. There's no reason why. Is it going to take you a whole Sunday to sit down and like schedule your posts for the whole month? Sure, but who cares? Because you know what? You'll be able to, when you go diamond and when you achieve these things, when you earn a $10,000 bonus on top of your paycheck, and people are like, how did you do it? And you're like, I had this. And you were one of those people that had a hard life story and you've been through the things, and people are like, how did you do it? That's so amazing. How did you do it? And you're like, I just freaking did it. I did whatever I had to do. I did it all the time. I made tough choices. I was willing to put myself out there, and I didn't give up. And that's what happens. Okay. So you have all of these tools. Use your tools. You have the boards app. You have the tools. But remember, all we do is we post, message, follow up, grow your network. Whatever way you want to do that. Through hosted posts, through TikToks and Reels, through lives, through posting, through your story. That's all the posting stuff, and that's great. But if you are not talking to people, you are not going to enroll. And if you're not following up with them, you're not going to enroll. When you do enroll people, if you're not tracking what you're doing with them, they're not going to grow, because you're going to do this like it's all up to you, but it's not, because if I want to go diamond and I meet Courtney and I help her get started, and we also have our training system. We have our training bot. Like, there's no like figuring this out on your own, you guys, okay? If I enroll Courtney and I'm trying to go diamond and I get her into my business, I'm going to put her on my chart and I need someone to go emerald. Now, I don't know if she's going to do it or not, but I'm going to treat her like she's going to do it. And I plug her in and I'm like, let's find some people that you want to do this business with you. Let's do 3-way chats. Let's get potentials. Let's put them in the VIP lounge. Let me show you how to use these products. Let me show you how to go live. Let me show you how to use them in your stories. I'm going to be helping Courtney enroll. So I'm going to, and then when she starts to enroll, I'm going to put the executive chart in front of her. I'm going to put the Ruby chart in front of her. And she's going to work that like it's only up to her. And now all of a sudden, everybody on your team is working this business and taking responsibility for their own promotions because they're their promotions. Courtney's not going to go emerald because of me. Courtney doesn't give two poops if I go diamond. It's about her. It's about her dreams, her goals. And it's really, really also weird and different because I don't think we're raised like this to, for once in our life, actually have to help another human being be successful because we are always programmed to think it's a dog-eat-dog world. You're in this by yourself. If you give to other people, they're just going to disappoint you. They're just going to use you. They're just going to abuse you. So just focus on yourself. And now I'm telling you, no, dude, you have to you've got to be willing to pour into someone else with the knowing that they could possibly break your heart, because once you start to get so excited about this business and you know and you believe that you are going to go diamond, people will come in and you will start to see what's possible for them. And it has nothing to do with you. Where is my coffee? Where is my coffee? And some people are going to quit and it's going to just break you. It's going to break you because you were really excited for them. And you heard their story and you heard how they were a single mom and why they needed this so freaking bad. And they decided to give up on themselves. And that's the only crappy part about this business is the people who give up on themselves. And all you can do, like I said before, is use those as the learning moments. Okay? So if you have not joined the 90-day push chat, do it. But this is what I'm going to tell you. Okay? You have to stay committed. You have to stay committed every single day. You have to stay committed on the 4 days a week that are really, really good and the 3 days that you don't talk to a single person. You get blocked on TikTok. You talk to, 3 people that day and you were so excited they were supposed to enroll and they end up blocking you. You have to keep going when it's 11 o'clock at night and you promised yourself that you were going to enroll a customer that day and it doesn't look like it's happening and all you want to do is cry and love yourself and tell yourself you've got this, and you've got to that's when you have to keep going. Those are those moments at a Tuesday night at 11 o'clock. That's the moments that people decide that they're going to quit because they talk themselves into a corner and they just say, obviously this isn't for me because everybody else is doing what they need to do. And that's kind of what I was talking about when I said, if you want to be like on a scale of 1 to 10 of like what you're willing to do, if you want to be one of the people, I'm using my samples because I don't know. Oh, it's right in front of me, Lord Jesus. If you want to be one of those people that on a scale of 1 to 10, you commit at a level 1, 2, or 3 because that's what's comfortable, that's fine. This is your business. You don't have to go diamond if you want to, but don't say you're going to go diamond but be at a 1, 2, or 3 in commitment level, and you're willing to dip your toe in and do work on Thursdays, and then feel bad when everybody else is moving forward and you're not, because they're doing the things every single day and being efficient and making the decisions and making the choices. Does that make sense? And they're doing all of that stuff. That's all. That doesn't mean you suck, and that doesn't mean that you shouldn't be doing this. It just means you need to sit down and reevaluate and go over all the things that I talked about at the beginning. What is your goal? How are you tracking this? What are you committed to? In what ways are you willing to become more efficient in your life? How can you work smarter, not harder here? And what is it that you need to do every single day to work intentionally to get this stuff done? and you'll be able to very, very quickly shift and change, okay? So I love you guys. I'm so proud of you. Print out your chart. It will be in the files tab. All of the links for all of the things that we have, I will put in the thing. I have to do it after like I went live here because it was going to take me forever else. I wasn't even going to be able to go live. I'm gathering all of this stuff. Tag your team. I love you guys. I'm proud of you. You can do this. I don't care where you are in life. I have always said, and it's just so true, that I don't know why, but I swear to you, this business comes into your life 6 months after or 6 months before something really, really hard happens in life. And it never fails that whenever I have decided that I was going to do something really, really big, a complete shitstorm happens in my life. And in my past life, before I started this business, I would have been like, oh, it's an omen. It's a sign. I'm not supposed to do this. I'm not supposed to be successful. This isn't my time right now. But what I realized is if you say, I'm just going to keep going no matter what, and you're willing to just lean into that, you are going to be able to accomplish it. You're going to be able to do it bigger than you ever thought you could ever do it. And it's going to make you so strong. So strong. Okay? All right. So, without further ado, let's get this shit show on the road, right? Because that's what my life looks like right now because everybody's sick and everything's going. But we're going to go. And we're going to do the things. And we're going to be so freaking proud of ourselves. And I love you guys and I'm proud of you guys. Okay? We'll talk to you guys later.